And they are off in racing in Mona YongPyong, and a horrible start for Evie Richards in the middle of the screen. Just missed her pedal, Ollie.
Absolute nightmare for Richards. Has gone deep into the pack.
Absolutely swallowed up Ronja Plurtlinger in the purple jersey of Live Factory Racing. Going harder on the right-hand side, but elbow-to-elbow stuff further down in the pack. And there's this crash.
And a long start-finish straight, but then we go straight into one of the toughest climbs from the get-go.
Safest place to be, 100% out front. Jenny Rissvid's moving the UCI World Champions rainbow stripes into that position. Laura Steger blocks her progress, and there's Richards now battling with Berta further back as well. So Evie Richards knows that she needs to get back towards the front of this one and needs to do it quite quickly.
Yeah, we see Richards taking some risks on the inside and getting caught up. Kira Bomb moving up as well, doing a good start. Sina Fry. We see Richards on the right really panicking.
Yeah, really knows that she needs to get back towards the front just to stay out of trouble, Ollie.
But it's important for Richards just not to over-commit on this first lap. Yeah, and some of the riders, it's amazing. It's the best riders in the world, but muddy conditions will split the pack. Some riders are used to it, something like an Evie Richards, Sina Fry, Lara Steger, whereas other racers spend most of the time dry weather in the winter and, you know, have never done cyclocross, for example, where riders are forced to jump on and off their bikes consistently. Yeah, keep an eye as well. Isla Short, Scottish rider in the British Champs top. These are great conditions for her.
Look at this, Ollie. Jenny Rissvid's stretching things out at the front already. Only Sina Fry going with her. This is ominous. They need to get her back in here.
Yeah, going back to Mont Saint Anne, round 10 of last season. Jenny Rissvid, the biggest winning margin, 3:30 ahead of the pack. So
yeah, absolutely monstrous. It looks like Sevilla Blanc is taking on the chase as well in third position. Real high speed one where she just clipped her bars, got sent off the bike. Evie Richards on the number 13 track now, moving through, goes past Steger, so that is good to see. Richards has recovered and they're off and pushing up this hill now.
But yeah, hey, Specialized Hayley Batten, like you say, that crash in the short track, had to start 28th on the grid, so to roll from 28th now up into 4th position, that's easier said than done. And another good start as well, a Madigan Monroe from 30th position, the young American. The most organised, Will, but I think it would have caught a few riders out. Yeah, Rissvid's really fast then, using the berm on the inside.
Rissvid's riding that one like she's local.
You just see the difference. Sevilla Blanc still riding it, but that little bit slower, a bit more tentative than Rissvid's.
And that's what we saw from Rissvid's at the end of last year, was it was everything faster than everyone else.
Just on another level at those last races. Good riding by Monroe.
Hayley Batten, one of the most technically gifted riders in the pack as well. Batten won't mind these conditions. Steger through safely, Berta.
You see, just sitting back a little on the bike, just trying to get that grip in the back wheel. So moving the body weight just back onto the rear tyre a bit.
Oh, look at how hard Sina Fry is having to push there. And that is tiring whenever you fall into that trap of thinking that torque will get you through this. And it's just an absolutely thankless task.
You look a bit further back, a lot of riders having to run big sections now, as we see Sina Fry often running. This is a really difficult section. And this, I think, in terms of the conditions, obviously this climb is taking its toll more than others. We see Lara Steger in the background just grinding to a halt, and this is where that mental strength comes in.
Yeah.
Oof.
Oh, Jenny Rissvid's went off the end of that slightly slower than she had anticipated. Mona Valner currently circulating in 28th. Madigan Monroe.
Yeah, Monroe now up to the back wheel of Sevilla Blanc. Absolutely storming ride.
Great race, yeah. I'm just saying, Mona Valner, though, just inside the top 30. A bit surprised not to see her further towards the front of this one. Everything here would say to me classic Valner territory.
Yeah, if you're looking at the past, if Valner has a good short track, a top 10, it probably means she's going to win the XCO race. You get some racers that are better Sunday longer racers than the short.
It's picking up a bit of weight today. Kira Baum, though, having herself a nightmare at the bottom of that descent.
Yeah, Kira Baum, good short track for the younger German rider.
And then carnage behind her, and this is the problem with mud racing, is that it is, you see here the ripple effect, so easy to have other riders' crashes. Oh, oof. No. Absolute carnage behind him, and that's Vidare.
Yeah, short back in 20th position. But now Freya's caught Rizved's just come up the inside.
Zina Fry to the front of the race then, overtakes Jenny Rizved's the UCI cross-country Olympic world champion. The last update we had was that Fry was 6 seconds back on Rizved, so I wonder if there's been an issue for somewhere out there for Jenny.
Yeah, I don't know if she's got a minor mechanical or it's just the legs, but we saw Fry took a load of time out on that climb, carrying speed through the momentum.
Well, it's 32 seconds back to the rider in third place, Sevilla Blanc, at the last time check, so absolutely tiny little lightweight cross-country clipless style pedals as well, so the shoe has a mechanism that allows it to clip onto the pedal, and Ollie, whenever you get, you can see so there's been a big crash there. Rider off the bike and has taken a lot of the tape with them, so hoping they're okay. Zina Fry just having to...
But the gap really going out now.
That was Evie Richards. Yeah, it was Evie Richards that was in this crash that we... Evie Richards off to one side of the live drone shot. Ollie, that's been a big one somewhere.
Yeah, and she's now drifting back. I'm not surprised looking at her. She's taken a big whack.
High heart rate, as you'd expect, given what she's had to deal with already, but has another couple of laps yet to survive. Evie Richards back in 14th now. Rizved's opening up a couple of bike lengths there.
Another rider on a charge. Watch out for Jen Jackson up to 4th position. One of the fastest riders on that last lap.
And can these resurgent times we're seeing slightly further down, Ollie, is that a result that those riders have now got their eye in around here? They know what the track's doing, they know what the conditions are like, and they're just settling into a rhythm. And
I think some riders as well just got a little bit caught back on that first climb. They couldn't follow the pace of Rizved's and also were a bit further back. Yeah, big crash. And that, talking of crashes, that bridge section, you see as the mud's getting dragged onto it, it's getting pretty dodgy now.
Merciless. Yeah, it's a mud race.
As we see just dropping down Madigan Monroe, just look at the skills and the techers there, just moving the bike around. Bike all over the place, but your hips going left and right, just keeping the balance. Yeah, Monroe looking so good in these technical conditions. And we saw her manager, Ray Morrison, just on the climb. Really good enduro race for the time on the bike that team do. Absolutely savage. Yeah, but Monroe here, you see, she jumped back on the bike. Cadence is high. She's doing everything right.
Yeah, but Fry back past her again. Fry, we know she is a punchy competitor. Look at the gap back to Jen Jackson now. So Jackson hurt by that battle between Monroe and Fry. 18 seconds. I haven't seen Rizved's on the bike for some time, Ollie. I wonder if there maybe is an issue with that canyon.
20 seconds. Fry and Monroe have taken out a Rizved's on that first part of the lap. It
wasn't long ago that gap was up around the 45-second mark, and there they are. They're all in the same shot now for the first time in a long time. And Fry and Monroe heading towards the front of the race now. Jenny Rizved's in trouble here in South Korea.
It's Fry and Monroe, and they'll know they can see Rizved's in front. Really close. 14 seconds. A little bit less to me.
Yeah, I think I saw it flash by at 12 there.
When you see the mud just packing up on the rear tyre, the conditions are getting worse now.
It definitely feels like the balance has tipped into we're seeing more shots of running and riding at the minute.
And for me, it looks like the tyres on Madigan Monroe's bike are a little bit thinner than the tyres on Rizved's.
Yeah, that canyon looking like
just picking up slightly less mud.
There's the bell.
Yeah, we've got a race on our hands now. 8 seconds.
It has all boiled down to this, the final lap at the opening round of the UCI Cross Country Olympic World Cup sees Jenny Rizved's lead by just 8 seconds from the hard charge in Zina Fry. Madigan Monroe goes past Fry now. Madigan Monroe, has she played this to perfection? She goes past the more experienced specialised rider and heads towards the front of the race.
Yeah, big attack by Zina Fry. She wants to close that gap.
2 out of 3 of these riders are going for their first ever UCI Cross Country Olympic World Cup victory. Look at Fry straight across to the back of the world champion.
Yeah, Fry's got the speed, he's got the momentum, and I think mentally now he's got the edge. This is going to be a key section. We see Rizved's jumping off early. That's a good shout.
Yep, this little uphill rock garden.
Another mistake. Rizved's making a mistake.
182 beats per minute deep into the red zone now for Zina Fry on the Whoop Live. That is the bottom of the fuel tank. The light is on.
Fry and Rizved's going
Fry,
head
look
to head.
at the rear wheel wanting to spin up underneath her towards the top of that climb. Zina Fry up out of the saddle. She wants this one, Ollie. You can see every single ounce of her wants to get this bike home for the win.
And I say, amazingly, Fry has never won an XCO Elite World Cup. All the re-riders all in the same shot.
Monroe on the ropes. You can see every now and again she just straightens up.
And there's so much running that they've had to do. With a really big, heavy bike, arduous conditions, carbon shoes, and at this section of the race, you're fighting for a World Cup win. You want to be able to run quicker, but the legs just will not do it.
They won't do it. And you can see, look, where this track has been cut in, that fresh earth, it's just turning to that really, really slick, greasy, as we mentioned earlier in the race, peanut butter-like mud. That the rain stopped now. That's not what you want. You want to keep running. You want to get the bike cleaned.
And she's not fighting the bike, not looking stiff, still looking like she's in control.
And that's the secret to mud riding, isn't it? Just going, partly steering and partly letting the bike follow its natural path. 10 seconds now, so Rizved's has found a couple of seconds. But look.
Looks like, is that Rizved's making a mistake in the bottom corner, maybe a crash?
It's at the bottom of our screen. It looked like Madigan Monroe is into second place. She's got past Jenny Rizved's now. Yeah,
Rizved's making a mistake. We just saw them at the bottom of the screen. Rizved's now running in a section where most of the riders are still on the pedals.
I just wonder if there's been a problem somewhere. Well, the Boulder, Colorado native, the 24-year-old Madigan Monroe, is into second place in this UCI Cross Country Olympic World Cup race. Zina Fry is going for her debut win out front.
Just counting down the meters to the top of this climb.
The eyes have it. I think the middle part of this lap may have been strong enough for Fry, but as we say, these two back together on the right-hand side of your screen now. Rizved's a bike in front of Madigan Monroe. Team staff roaring them on up this trudge of a climb.
And Jen Jackson finishing strong. She's back to 11 seconds back now off the wheel of Rizved's and Monroe.
Rizved's put in half a bike into Madigan Monroe, now a full bike, and it's Zina Fry then heading onto the asphalt for the last time, has a little look over her left-hand shoulder. This one has been a heavyweight boxing match that has gone the distance, and Zina Fry has refused to let her opening UCI Cross Country Olympic World Cup victory slip through her mud-soaked fingers. What a ride from the young Swiss rider for Specialized Racing. Victory at round one for Zina Fry, her debut UCI Cross Country Olympic World Cup victory. And what a day to do it on here in Mona, YongPyong, South Korea.
10th rider in history to do the double.
First race, first win for the new Epic 9 as well from Specialized. Behind her, Jenny Rizved's takes second place. She led for so long, and look how happy Madigan Monroe is from Live Factory Racing. Wow, indeed. Third place for her. Jen Jackson, fourth for her Bay of Fox, but Madigan Monroe, Ollie, what a ride. It feels absolutely unbelievable to say that she fought every single inch of that for a young rider.
An unbelievable race. To step up from a PB of 15th to third position. Unbelievable ride by the young American.
Finally, it took me some years, but once again, I mean, our staff was so amazing. We had such great bikes. I mean, with the new Epic 9, it was so light, and that was crucial also in these weather conditions to have like not so much mud and not so sticky. And yeah, I mean, this winter when I was injured, I did a lot of stepper work, so maybe it helped me, because otherwise I never run.
Zina Fry wins by 26 seconds from Jenny Rizved's Madigan Monroe, taking a career-first elite-level UCI Cross Country Olympic World Cup podium. Well, Emma Stewart is down there now with Zina Fry, your winner today. Here she is, though, the 10th woman to do the cross-country double. Specialized Racing's Zina Fry. Zina Fry takes the top step for Specialized Racing. having won the short track on Friday. She takes a debut UCI cross-country Olympic victory. Do a double with a debut XCO win in the mud. It's not bad, is it? 92 points. She leads the way in the overall standings then from Jenny Risfus. Martina Bertels in third, 140 back. Madigan Monroe riding high in fourth place. Jennifer Jackson, Steger, Richards, Neff in eighth in the overall.